G'day little ones, and welcome back to your special bedtime story with Rachel. As you get comfy, get ready for a magic trip. Tonight we'll go on an adventure with the Starbeasts. You'll learn how they keep themselves full of energy. So take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Feel the happy tingles inside as we start tonight's special story. Are you ready? Close your eyes, open your hearts, and let the magic begin. As the first golden rays of sunlight peeked through the trees, Starlight and Theodore woke up in the glade, where they had slept after their evening with the forgiveness dragon. The morning dew sparkled on the grass, tickling their feet, and a soft mist floated in the air. The world around them seemed to be waking up too. The birds started to chirp and the leaves rustled gently in the breeze. Starlight glowed softly in the morning light, making everything around look magical. The sprite's form shimmered with excitement for the new day. "Good morning, Theodore," Starlight whispered cheerfully. Theodore stretched his arms wide and rubbed his sleepy eyes. Then he sat up quickly, a big smile spreading across his face. "I know the answer to the flower's questions," he exclaimed. "It's forgiveness." "Oh, yes," Starlight beamed with excitement bubbling inside. "And now we can go home through the shortcut path." As they stood up, stretching their legs and wiggling their toes in the soft grass, a breathtaking sight greeted them. The entire dragon clan was stretching their wings in the warm sunlight. The dragon's scales glittered like precious gems in the morning light, creating a dazzling display of colours. One dragon, with scales that shimmered like opals, turned to them. "Welcome, young adventurers," the dragon said in a warm, rumbling voice. "We are doing our morning sunbath. Would you like to join us?" Starlight nodded eagerly, eyes wide with curiosity. "Well, what do you do during your sunbath?" The dragon smiled kindly, its eyes twinkling with ancient wisdom. "Well, we expose as much of our bodies to the sun as possible, for a few minutes on each side, and then we close our eyes and face the sun for a few more moments. This helps us soak up energy from the sun and get our day started well. It's a practice as old as dragonkind itself." Theodore looked curious, tilting his head to one side. "We do something similar in our kingdom. But why do you close your eyes at the end?" The dragon explained gently. "Even dragons avoid looking directly at the sun with open eyes. It's something we've always done. We believe in those moments of darkness with the sun's warmth on our faces, we can feel the sun's energy most purely." Starlight and Theodore exchanged excited glances. Since they could take the shortcut home, they decided that they would have plenty of time, and said they would stay for the rest of the sunbath if that's okay. The dragon nodded. "Wonderful. Before we begin, let's take a moment to be present with ourselves and grounded. Feel your feet on the ground and breathe deeply in and out. Theodore and Starlight took a moment to breathe deeply, feeling their chests rise and fall. They could feel the earth beneath their feet, solid and comforting. And you can do that too if you like. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Feel your body becoming heavy and relaxed. The dragon continued. Now, lie down on your back and spread your arms and legs wide. The dragons rolled onto their backs, breathing deeply and stretching their wings out wide. Starlight and Theodore copied them, spreading themselves out like they were in a big, comfy bed, just like you are now. The dragon guided. Feel the warm sun on your skin. Imagine the sunlight filling you with energy from your toes all the way up to the top of your head, like liquid gold warming you from the inside out. As they lay there, Theodore noticed how the grass tickled his back and the air smelled fresh and sweet. He could hear birds singing in the distance and feel a gentle breeze on his face. The sun's warmth spread through his body, making him feel alive and full of energy. The dragon went on. Now slowly roll onto your tummy. Feel the sun warming your back, melting away any tension or worries that you might have. After a few moments, the dragon said, "It's time to face the sun. Sit up slowly and turn your face towards the warmth. Close your eyes gently and imagine the light filling you with joy, energy, and calm." Theodore and Starlight sat up, their faces tilted towards the sun. They felt a warm, tingling sensation spreading through their bodies. It was as if they were being filled with happiness and strength. The world around them seemed to glow with this magical light. The dragon said, "Take 3 deep breaths. And with each breath, feel yourself becoming more alive, more present. Breathe in the energy of the sun and breathe out heaviness." As they took their deep breaths, Theodore and Starlight felt a surge of energy. They felt ready for their adventures to go home and what the day might bring. After the sunbath, Starlight and Theodore said goodbye to their new dragon friends and continued on their journey home. As they walked towards the path, they saw the flowers and they asked the question. And Theodore piped up, "Forgiveness," and the path opened and they walked on through. Theodore's mind was buzzing with so many more questions. So he asked, "Starlight, tell me all about the creature that you ride. It looks so magical." Starlight beamed with pride, a soft glow emanating from within. It's a star beast. Oh, and Theodore, today is an exciting day because tonight, it's something special. It's the dark night when all of our moons are hidden, and this magical event that happens every 67 days. Our entire kingdom turn off their lights, and all the star beasts are let out to play freely. And then they gather in the valley over the hill behind my home, and they recharge under the stars. That sounds incredible, Theodore exclaimed, his eyes wide with wonder. He tried to imagine what it would look like, a whole valley full of glowing creatures under a sky full of stars. Starlight replied cheerfully, "Oh, my family has a special viewing spot on top of that hill, and I will go there at dusk. You can come with me if you like." Theo almost squealed with excitement, bouncing on his toes. "Oh, yes, please. But first, I need to return home to share what I've learned from the forgiveness dragon with my family." Starlight nodded. "Of course, I'll wait for you at my place. Don't forget to practice what we learned about breathing and connecting with your inner voice." As Theodore rushed home, his mind buzzed with excitement about everything he'd learned. When he arrived, he found his family in the garden. His mother Citrine was tending to her healing herbs. His father Leander was practicing protective magic and creating shimmering barriers of light all around the garden. His little brother Rowan, he was playing with his tansy dragon, giggling as the small golden dragon chased around the butterflies. "Welcome home, Theodore," Citrine called out, her smile as warm as the sun. "How was your adventure?" Theodore hugged each of his family members, feeling the love and warmth surrounding him. "Oh, it was amazing," he exclaimed, his words tumbling out in a rush of excitement. "I learned so much about forgiveness and connecting with ourselves, and I want to share it with you all." So he gathered his family in a circle on the soft grass. The scent of herbs and flowers filled the air. "Let's practice together," he suggested. "First, we need to breathe deeply in and out." The family sat together, breathing slowly and deeply, and you can join them too. Taking a big breath in and out, feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. Theodore continued, with his voice so soft. "Now we say these words. I know when I am sad. I release anger. I thank you for what we shared. I share the love. As they repeated the words together, Theodore felt a sense of peace wash over him. He could see the tension starting to melt away from his family's faces too. Even little Rowan, who was usually so full of energy, seemed calm and focused. "Remember," Theodore said, While we might not feel it straight away, if we just keep breathing deeply and thinking or saying those words, we will feel the difference very soon. It's like planting a seed of peace inside us. They practiced together for a while, sharing moments of quiet reflection and gentle laughter. Theodore felt a deep sense of connection with his family, one that was stronger than ever before. As the afternoon began to fade and evening started, Theodore said goodbye to his family and hurried back to meet Starlight. The sun was setting, painting the sky with amazing colours of purples and fiery oranges and soft pinks. It looked like an artist had spilled their most beautiful paints across the sky. Starlight, the Starbeast, and Theodore made their way up the hill together. Even as it was getting darker, they could still see, because the trees seemed to glow softly as they passed by, like they were responding to Starlight's sparkle and the Starbeast's gentle glow. They reached the special viewing spot just as darkness fell around them. The air was cool and crisp, filled with the scent of trees and night-blooming flowers. Theodore could hear the soft rustle of nocturnal creatures waking up for their nightly adventures. The Starbeast slid out of sight and into the valley below, where glowing creatures of all shapes and sizes gathered together. It was starting to look like a big bowl of liquid light. Theodore gasped in wonder as he saw the different types of starbeasts. Some were small and round, glowing like fireflies. Others were long and serpentine, their bodies shimmering with starlight as they twisted and turned through the air. There were even some that looked like floating jellyfish with their tendrils trailing light behind them. As the starbeasts gathered, Theodore heard a soft melodic humming. It started quietly like a whisper on the wind, but grew stronger as more starbeasts joined. The sound was unlike anything he'd ever heard. It was like a lullaby sung by the stars themselves. A melody that seemed to resonate with every core in his being. Starlight whispered, eyes twinkling with delight. They're singing their gathering song. Would you like to hum along? Theodore nodded eagerly, and Starlight taught him the simple, soothing melody. As they hummed, Theodore felt the vibrations in his chest, and it made him feel connected to all the starbeasts below. It was as if he could feel the rhythm of the universe itself with each note. With just the subtle glow from starlight, they made their way to their comfortable chair beds. They were so soft and cosy, moulding perfectly to their bodies. As they sat down, Starlight said, "Lay back and breathe deeply. It's about to get very magical. Really feel yourself in your chair bed." Just as they settled in, everything went completely dark. except for the stars in the sky. Even all of the starbeasts and Starlight dimmed into the darkness. The valley looked like an inky black hole, but the stars shone brighter than Theodore had ever seen them before. It was as if someone had scattered diamonds across a velvet sky. Starlight told Theodore to make himself very comfortable, because soon Starlight would share the story about what the family does during this magical time. Theodore lay back, feeling the soft cushions supporting his body, and stared at the stars twinkling in the skies. He felt a sense of awe and wonder washing over him. Suddenly, thin strands of light shimmered down from above, like the stars were sending strands of love down to the star beasts in the valley. Theodore breathed even deeper, and as he looked down into the valley, he noticed tiny sparks floating up from the darkness below, like fireflies rising from the earth. Starlight said softly, "It's almost time to close your eyes, because the real magic happens in your mind." Theo felt his body sink into the bed. He kept breathing slowly. The light from above met the light from below and made thin magical strands that joined together like a big web of light. And this created a glowing dome over the entire mountain area. Everything was silent inside this magic glow. It was as if the whole world was holding its breath in anticipation. Starlight's voice was gentle. "It's time now to close your eyes. The light will follow you into your mind, and then just follow my words." As he closed his eyes, a faint image began to appear in his mind. Strands of light dancing like fireflies in the darkness behind his eyelids. Starlight guided. Imagine yourself as a bright point of light. Theo imagined that the strands of light in his mind's eye joined together and somehow started flowing from his heart and spreading out to fill his entire body with warmth and light. And you can imagine that too, feeling the light growing inside you, warm and comforting. Starlight continued. Feel how connected you are to everything around you. The trees, the stars, the beings. Imagine threads of light extending from your heart, reaching out to connect with everything around you. With each breath Theo took, he felt a warmth spreading through him, as he imagined countless strands of light intertwining from him and around him. He could imagine feeling the connection to life itself. And you can feel connected too. Imagine strands of light connecting you to everything and everyone around you, into the land beneath you and the sky above. Starlight's voice flowed on. We are all part of something bigger. Each of us is a unique expression of universal energy. Just like each star in the sky is unique, so are you. But together, we form a beautiful, shining whole. Theo felt a sense of happiness wash over him as he absorbed Starlight's words. You can let happiness wash over you too, feeling it flow through like a warm golden light. Starlight's voice just seemed to float in the air now, as if coming from everywhere and nowhere, all at once. Theo heard, breathe even slower and trust your inner voice. It is connected to wisdom beyond measure. With each breath, feel yourself becoming calmer and more peaceful. As Theo slowed down even more, he felt that wise inner voice in his body, just like you can feel your own voice in your body. It was a feeling of deep knowing, of being completely at peace with himself and the world around him. As Theo drifted closer to sleep, he heard Starlight's final words. You are never alone. You are always connected. Your inner guidance is powerful. Sleep and be guided by your connected light. With these comforting words and thoughts wrapping around him like a warm blanket, Theo surrendered to a deep, restful sleep. Under the magical dome of Starlight, he felt safe, loved, and completely at peace. And you can drift to sleep too, dreaming of cosmic wonders and deep connections that fill your heart with joy and happiness. Feel yourself drifting off just like Theo, surrounded by warmth of starlight and the gentle hum of the universe. As you sleep, remember that you too are a bright, shining star in the vast and beautiful cosmos. Your light is unique. You are precious. And it connects you to everything and everyone around you. Good night, little ones. May your dreams be filled with star beasts and magical adventures. Sweet dreams.